Okay, guys, we are live. This is the workshop, episode number 133. Kind of cross my fingers. I think that's the episode. I'm Alisha Rayne, your host tonight. And then tonight we have a couple of comedians. They're going to do some topics, and we're going to kind of give some feedback on that. I've got Jen Bob. Is that what I'm calling you? Is it Jen Bob?
Jen Bob.
Jen Bob? All right. And then Izzy. Jen. All right. And then Izzy.
Uh-huh.
Kind of in a Brady bunch.
Hey, we're Hollywood Squares here, I'm telling you.
Very cool. And then we got Matt Swaykus also, and he's from Texas. So we got kind of like all of the time zones covered.
Right.
So very cool. All right. So my topic was nightmares. And so I'll just do a couple minutes on that, and then we'll move on to the next person. So my nightmare, I'm a little bit of an introvert. So my nightmare is to be in any sort of forced social situation. So like any kind of blind date, I am terrified of. I've been on one, and afterwards I was like, what kind of person do you think I am? You know, that they would set me up with that, person. And then I realized later, oh yeah, I'm not that great. So in interviews, those are always terrifying. They're like, tell me about yourself. And I'm like, well, I'm really good at scraping resin from a bowl. That's good, right? Like I don't really have anything prepared in an interview. I'm like, it's also terrifying. Anytime you have to do any sort of group project, like at work, they're like, hey, we need to work together. I don't want to do it. I will because they pay me money, but other than that, it's really all about the money. Anytime there's a trust exercise, I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. I'm not falling backwards for nobody. And believe me, don't trust me, okay? Because I got a bad back. Don't fall back on me. I'm not helping you. I'm not. Guys. There's also, people are doing daydreams. They're thinking about, win the lottery, whatever. For me, I have daymares where I just go through worst case scenarios all day long. And they're terrifying. Sometimes they're like so terrifying. I'll like give myself heart palpitations, or like sometimes these little daymares that I have, they'll be so sad that I'll bring myself to tears over a situation that doesn't exist. Like a cat like running out in the street, or like I'm just like, this didn't happen. It's all in my imagination. So those are kind of the daymares that I have, or as my doctor likes to call it, anxiety. So that's kind of what I'm working with, crippling anxiety. But so that's kind of what I got going on for nightmares. I like how a lot of it had nothing to do with sleep. So if you guys have any responses, what do you guys think of that?
I love daymares. Like, that was so clever. I like how with daydreams, like you always have like an escape, like you're on a beach or something, like your husband is like Chris Stefano or whatever, just like, but he's shirtless and ripped or whatever, and like he's handing you like your margarita, but like there's 0 calories there. But like with your daymares, it's just like, well, what if my cat gets pregnant again? Like, it's just real stuff.
Get a more concrete example of like my daymares that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And then also maybe do like a weird daydream that you would have, like
Yeah, exactly.
You know, sometimes people daydream about murdering their boss, or whatever, something, do two pleasant things and then something that's out of left field. So
Right.
I think that's good. Yeah.
I just wanted to add that I have daymares too, but that's just because I work nights and I sleep during the day. I like that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work nights. It's crazy. That's a wacky schedule. Your body is out of whack.
Right. It is.
Not the worst.
It is.
It's better than dealing with the daywalkers. That's what I call everybody that's awake during the day. I call them daywalkers.
Oh yeah.
I like the concept about the blind date. Maybe go into an actual scenario about the blind date. Say, hey, I was so shy, I didn't even show up to a blind date that I set up. Or talk about like how I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think so. There's a lot to work with on that as far as blind dates and being too shy.
Talk about how introverted I am,
Right,
and then
right.
kind of do it for the connected to a blind date.
Right.
Or like I attract other introverts and neither one of us says a word during the date.
Right. Or y'all both two introverts, neither one of y'all showed up for the date.
Right.
Y'all were
Yeah.
so that would be a good one. I mean, or just say, hey, you was too introverted to have sex, so you just kind of just stayed by yourself or something like that, So,
yeah. Just did a too much of this. And so therefore nothing happened.
For real.
Yeah. So
great, that sounds good.
Yeah. Just a quick question. What's on your shelf?
Oh, I'm staying with my friend right now. We went on a hike today, and so it's like a bunch of pop figures. Yep, and like a Mr. Potato Head, and yeah. So
yeah, these are like introverted friends you have. Like
there's like three Groots. There's like 3 pop Groots up there. So
you can never have too many Groots.
I don't think so.
Where you based out of?
Normally I live in South Dakota. I'm usually in the east side of the state, but right now I'm in Rapid City, kind of by Mount Rushmore.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. All right. Well, that's great. Any other comments at all?
No.
Pretty good. No. All right. Well, that sounds good. So Jen, I'm going to go ahead and go to you next because you are next to me in the screen. So
guilty by association.
Yeah.
All right. So my subject is pills. And I'm not going to lie, for the first little while, all I could think of was the lyrics to D12's Purple Pills. And it didn't help me write this one bit. Blue and yellow purple pills.
Okay, I'm sorry. Repeat your subject one more time.
Okay. Can we skip me? And I'm going to go grab my headset real quick.
You know what? Go for it. Okay?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Go, Matthew?
We'll come back to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Go grab it, but we're going to move on with the show. So.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go next? Izzy? Matt?
I'll go. Yeah, let me go.
Okay. That sounds good. Let me move this around here.
Okay.
There we go.
So mine is dessert. My subject was dessert. So yeah, I love dessert, because I like to eat. You can tell I like dessert.
Who doesn't?
Right, who doesn't? But dessert is different. Dessert. I have, my grandmother was at the nursing home, and some of them old people, we try to they had bad issues with their stomach, so I accidentally thought something was dessert, and it actually was a turd. I was like, oh no. I didn't know what to do. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. You know, you got to be careful of the word dessert in a nursing home. You know, you don't know. You know, some people don't have, they depend right, and it just don't, it's not dessert, it's not dessert. You know, you have to watch it and be careful. Um, you know, dessert for diabetics is always interesting because uh, they they want it, but it's like they never. It's like they want it, but they can't have it, but they stay wanting to eat it. I'm like, dang, what is the deal? Like they just are. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like asking a lesbian to suck dick. It's just like she somewhat, but she can't. I don't know. She doesn't want it. She can't have it, but she sees it maybe look enticing. I don't know. So dessert is interesting, and according to sex, you know, especially when I think some people are getting too much dessert these days. You know, I'm seeing people are having kids or they getting divorced because they didn't get enough dessert or got too much dessert. You know, speaking of dessert and talking about sex, I'm seeing some of the recession is really hidden these days. So I'm seeing these big old waffle ugly headed girls, even they getting pregnant. I'm like, you know what, this recession is really wearing down on people because even the ugly girls are getting dessert. I'm like, look, this is not cool. But dessert is interesting, especially at a poor person's house, because they always just take anything and just make it dessert. I'm like, you know, that I was at a friend's house and they was eating meatloaf and they just put some they just put some extra ketchup on my meatloaf and said that was dessert. I'm like, bro, that's not dessert. Like this, you know, we need actual dessert, you know, to work with. But it's interesting, you know, especially dessert at a big girl's house. Because you know, she just don't have one dessert. There's like 20 different sets of dessert, plus a ham, plus a roast, plus 20 other things. And she's like, yeah, are you gonna which dessert you want? I'm like, you know what? That's too much. I don't need all that. So that's all I have. That's all I have. Dessert was interesting because I couldn't really think of as much as I could with other things. Like other stuff, I could go so far with it. But dessert is kind of like it's hard to have a pun with it because it already kind of has, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I couldn't. It wasn't like I could work with. To me.
No,
So you worked in a
sorry.
okay. So you worked in a nursing home, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been around in a nursing home. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it seems like there could be like a couple more examples of that. You know, I don't know. I just found that interesting. You know, going a little, you know, more detail with that, old people and their desserts, you know, and what they think of as a dessert or something like that. I like the meatloaf. I feel like that could be the third in something, like where you have three things, you know, where you could do, you know, to me, you know, it's just like somebody had a banana and that's dessert. Somebody had fruit cup and that's dessert. Somebody had meatloaf and that's just dessert.
Right.
So I think that could work. So yeah, I think there's a couple of things there. Different types of people with their different types of dessert, I think is good. For me personally, I'll create a dessert out of like 3 ingredients, and it'll be like the worst thing you've ever had in your life, diabetes wise. So it's really just like some sort of fudge base, and that's it.
Right.
So so I feel like you know, you can kind of have a similar thing like at a big girl's house. I don't know, you know, different types of people, different types of dessert. I think that's good. And then You can go, Matt. You go.
I'm sorry. Jim Bob's back. She's backstage. But I wanted to touch up on the diabetes thing that you said, like the metaphor. The lesbian example doesn't really work because that's not exactly how that works.
Right, I thought about it after the fact. I was trying to miss something there. Yeah.
But like, I thought this might not work either. But like, I thought like how with diabetes, like you can't eat what you want. You have to eat what you have. Like what you're able to. Like what you want is it's kind of like sex in that way. It's like what you want is Channing Tatum, but like what you have is an obese man that's like, come here, baby. Like you're 9 years, like it's what you do. What you do.
True. Okay, I like that one. Okay, so I'm trying to think of it, and then I couldn't. I said it, and then I was like, okay, no, maybe that's not going. Yeah, because that's a different bad example. That's why
I like that. I like that too, but it could be even more distinctive because diabetes, you really can't have that food for a specific reason. So, you want Channing Tatum, but, or you want a specific type of guy, but you can't go for it because they're bad for you for this reason.
Yeah.
Right.
You want
a
rich guy with the car, but he expects a degree from you. Like, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you to be skinny, and you're not going to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's good. Like, if having a different example, I think would work for a full joke for that.
Right.
And then also, I think there could be like a pun in there where you're like, replacing the word sex with desserts. I think that actually has a lot of potential. I don't have specific examples of what the potential could be because I feel like the joke would be like, oh, we're going to have dessert. Like saying it in front of other people.
Right.
Something like that. So it's just very general in my mind, but I think there's some good stuff there. Jen, did you hear it? And
I think it came on the tail end. Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear it, but I was trying to find my headset. It didn't work. So can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. We can hear you.
Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, maybe I was just mumbling. I don't know. Either way.
All right. Okay. Well, good job, Izzy. I think we got some good stuff. All right. Very good. Okay, Jen, you're back. Are you ready?
I mean, as ready as I'm gonna be.
I mean, if you want more time, I can go.
Oh no, it's not gonna change.
All right, Matt's ready. Let's give it to Matt, huh?
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Matt.
Okay. I'm scared. Okay.
We're just doing it.
Yeah. So my dad works for a moving company. Yeah, that's the appropriate reaction. Wish you could tell him that. Like every time we move furniture, it's like he gets all excited. Like, yeah, this is just like at Capo's. Like, no, Dad. No, stop. You're 50 years old. Don't pill something. But that's actually half true. He doesn't work at a moving company now. I can say that because I'm retired as an air marshal. So I had to basically lie to people when I was younger, just like because my parents sat me down like, hey, your dad has a really cool job, but you have to tell people his job is really shitty. So Bin Laden doesn't torture you. None of this stuff is landing because I wrote it like 5 minutes ago. I'm sitting on this. And really, I don't know. It's just my dad has had some like cool jobs in the past. Like he worked as a private detective for a garbage company. Yeah, he He was investigating people, just like, I'm making sure that you're not stealing trash from us. Don't worry, I'm getting paid less than you guys. It's fine. We're in New York. It happens that way. That's all I got, really.
I feel like your private detective for the garbage company, you have a lot to work with there. You know, like you can kind of go old school with it, and you know, kind of, you know, he was like the Bogart of the garbage industry, and kind of like go with like old
he was
detective.
the Columbo of the
Yeah.
of the garbage industry.
Yeah, like, you know, put some detective tropes in there. I think that actually would work great as a sketch.
That would, like a Law and Order of the garbage world.
Yep.
I think you might have a line. Yeah.
Yep. I also kind of like connect, like you always hear about like how the mafia kind of like is involved in like the garbage industry, you know, for some reason they're always like the guys who control it, and so, you know, you could have like a little bit of that in there. Yeah, so I think it's a pretty awesome sketch ideas there, and you can probably get a couple of tags. Huh?
I forgot. I'm sorry to interrupt.
What'd you say?
I forgot to say my topic was movers. So
okay.
Like that was the entire reason I was talking about like my dad's jobs. Not how rich my dad is, like. But
so was he was an actual mover? Is that right, or was that
like,
a joke?
In his 20s, he was, but like every time, like now he brings it up, like he's like a sports dad, just like, you know, back when I was in high school, like we drove this guy down like 20 miles one time, like. Dad, you're 50 now. Please just die of a heart attack. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. Your dad sounds like he's actually got some good stories. But so I got a Facebook user giving us a comment. He said those jobs made your dad act and do things differently. Right on that. I'd hate to have a professional mover as a dad. So I would like, you could do something like embarrassing at school, like your dad embarrasses you because he's like a professional mover, or whatever other jobs he's had that would be like embarrassing to you. I think that could work. Yeah, like, you know, when he
like everything I do is wrong because, like, you know, you can't load the dishwasher literally without him like rearranging everything. Like, no, this is more space efficient. Like,
yep, exactly. Yeah, you got some material there too. Thank you, Facebook user. I think that was really helpful. And then we had another one from earlier. That was from mine. LMAO, I got a bad back. I'm not helping you. Haha, the trust issues part. So that's from mine from earlier. But anyway, we're getting the hang of these comments now.
Yeah,
so thank you, Facebook users. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Just a quick side note, like also, if
what up, Izzy?
Be able to be read.
What were you gonna say?
StreamYard. You can click at the top of the video, like in the like little link description or whatever. Yeah, it's there. You can sign in, and we can see your names and read you off, so you can feel extra special.
So I like the part about he tries to move anything. He's had, you know, he tries to move any and everything. So like you can bring up, you know, how he wants to you know, no matter where it is, as a family reunion, he tries to move the vehicle that's standing in the parking lot. He tries to move the the old couch that nobody likes. You know, he tries to move. Everything is like, oh, I got it. And then like, oh, he's trying to pick it up and he can't get it. And then then he spends the whole night in hot ice. And so then we end up having to call movers anyway. So that would be a lot to work with. Or maybe just say, hey, you heard your parents going at it, and he sounded like he was moving something. Like when he was with your mother, he was just like, oh, I'm moving, I got it, I'm moving. You're like, wait a minute, what y'all doing in there? So he was moving the wrong thing. So he was traumatized forever.
Very excited about his job.
Very excited about how he works.
All right, Jen, do you have anything to add?
Not really.
She's the strong silent type. All right. Very good, guys. I like where this is going. I think we're giving some good feedback. Jen, I'm going to go ahead and move on to you, if that sounds all right. You ready?
Yep. So
okay. So now we got Jen, and what was your topic?
My topic is pills.
Pills. Okay.
Sales. Okay.
Pills. Yeah, like
pills.
The D12 song, Purple Pills.
Gotcha.
That was the song that got stuck in my head for a while when I was trying to write stuff, and it didn't really help me write anything. I was like, well, these are no rhymes, but I have to figure something out. Like some people need pills, chill pills, caffeine pills, pills that help you slow down and focus, which would have been helpful while I was trying to write this bit. They should call ADHD medication anti-squirrel pills. That way you're not going nuts because squirrel. Not a fan of mask wearing. Here, take this pill. It's a mask. Stick it on your face and shut the fuck up. I was trying to think of things, and then I was like, well, you know what, fuck it, it's going in. It's minorly offensive. Minorly, I don't know, it depends. That's just some nerves. If you ever want to get someone over 50 going, ask them about benzos and watch their faces light up, remembering the pharmaceuticals of yesteryear that apparently nothing compares to, judging by the fact most of them are whiny bitches now. When they really need to be sedated, side effects be damned. The last time I got together on a trip with my boyfriend, we experimented with Viagra, and I got the desired effect. So the last night I was there, I decided to experiment with the version for women, and the next thing you know, I got a bigger hard on than he does. Right, they're funny, but they're not. Need therapy and insurance won't cover it. I bet they'll cover pills for that to help you deal with your issues until you can afford a subscription to them. Also, Sweet Tarts, Smarties, M&Ms, and Rocket Candies are gateway drugs. The pills. They're delicious. See, all this subject on pills. Yeah, bunch of Smarties I've been eating. It's addictive. That's all I have.
I like that. I like, you're like chill pills. I think you can do even more puns with that. People need different types of pills, normal, regular pills, and then chill pills, don't be a bitter pill. You could kind of even go further with that.
Yeah, it could have went in.
So I think there's something there. I like the school.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I thought about old people and talking about their pills, because that's a big deal. Like they argue down about what pill is right and what pill is wrong, and they talk about the pills like they're ex-lovers, that they've had before. So that's a big one. I mean, you'll definitely, if you go to an older audience and you talk about different pills and how they're, you know, how which one is good, which one's bad, and maybe like name a couple of the big ones, like everyone knows what Xanax does, all these other ones, things like that. Yeah,
You gotta
I think
go
that would
old
be.
school though with them, because I think Xanax is like a newer one.
Is it?
I'm not
Well,
too
maybe.
sure, man, because they used to have like the benzos, and there's different names for them too. I can only
Well, maybe
remember the
lisinopril.
benzos.
Lisinopril is like a blood pressure one, so that's a lot of people know that one. So
Maybe. I don't know, man. There's like a whole lingo with old people and pills.
I think there's two separate jokes there. I think that, you're talking about, that's kind of a Dennis Leary reference there, where he's like, old people talking about lewds, what happened to lewds,
Yeah, that's
kind of thing.
another one.
So yeah, so maybe talk about what kind of drugs they did back in the day. Like what Mama's Little Helper. I don't know if those were Xannies or what those were. But yeah, so like pills back in the day. And you've got some music. I feel like you could even do some music puns in there. There's so much music. I want to be sedated. Little Blue Pill, whatever song that is. I feel like there's some music puns in there you could do. So, I don't know. I like the squirrel one a lot. That's good.
Squirrel.
As someone with ADHD, I approve of that joke.
Right? I got diagnosed with ADHD and they advised I get medication. And I'm like, I don't need the medication. And then, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure I might take the medication. Or go back to work.
All right. Got some good stuff. I also liked Izzy, like the older folks talking about the pills, very personal, close and personal, because they have really long relationships with pills.
Very.
And so maybe if they have to give a pill up, they'd feel like bad about it, like, a lover going away or whatever, so I think there's something there too.
My grandma loved pills so much she left them something in her will.
Right.
There you go.
Getting married to somebody just because they have a combination of pills that you like.
Right? She's got the right,
the
right numbers.
That's a big deal,
Yeah. I mean, I think that's good for like illegal drugs. So why not for legal drugs?
Right.
I don't know. I'm not going to go into a personal story, but I think we all can kind of, I think there's some good stuff there. I think we gave you a little bit to work with. Matt, do you have anything else?
Well, I did not take my squirrel pills yet, so I don't have like a lot. I just have like some notes that I love the gateway drugs part. And like I started going off of my own, thinking about how like you can get away with a lot whenever you make something rhyme. Like, yeah, take a chill pill. Like, pretty soon I feel like people are gonna be like doing things like, yeah, you look like you swim in a school pool. Or like you visit a dog blog or something. I don't know. Those are the only things I wrote down.
Get your rhyme on.
Yeah, so I don't know, but go ahead.
I don't want to step over words, guys, but I'm accidentally doing that. A Facebook user wrote, "LOL, like, what's your health care cover, baby?" So you date somebody for their health care.
Talk dirty to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your coverage like? What's your deductible?
Yeah.
What pills you take after surgery? Yeah. So we doing.
There you go. Insurance. That's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Facebook
Picking
user.
people up in 2020.
Yep. Yep. That's like a pickup line in like an old folks home or in a retirement community. You know, I got full coverage. You know? Something like that.
Like,
Yeah.
to forget having a big private party, just have a big plan. That's the big deal. That's true. That's how you talk dirty, too.
We can get matching medical alert bracelets.
Yep. Yeah. So instead of like wedding rings, you get matching medical bracelet or whatever.
I'm telling you.
The insurance number written on it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
That's
you my
good.
point of contact better than yours.
That's good. Yeah, we I like that. Good stuff. All right, guys. I don't know if my internet's slow. If my internet's slowing up here a little bit, I apologize. But yeah. Anything else for Jen?
I'm sorry, I can't share my Smarties.
No?
I think your friend needs better internet.
Oh, I was gonna say like the gateway drug. Also like pixie sticks like is also can be like a gateway drug. Like it's powder, you know, you're doing lines of pixie sticks kind of thing. So yeah. Kids are crazy. Anyway.
We used to start Smarties.
First,
try to snort them.
Yeah. Or Fun Dip, like that's a powder too.
Your pinky and rubbing it on your gums.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I missed those. Oh, I used to love those.
Yep. Another Facebook user comment. I got first alert. What you got? So that's good. Another pickup line for the books. All right. Very good, guys. I think we got a lot of good stuff for Jen. I like how once you get the ball rolling, stuff kind of starts adding up. So
right.
Pretty good. Yeah. All right. I think this is going pretty well. I think we got some good feedback from our Facebook and some good jokes. So, all right, guys, we're gonna move on to our own material. I don't have a whole lot I'm working on right now, but I'll just do a couple minutes. I'm really excited because I wrote a poem the other day, and I haven't written a poem since high school. And that was back when I, had a lot of eyeliner going on. There was just a ton of it. I had so much eyeliner that I got the nickname Raccoon. There's a 0.001 chance I got the nickname because of the rabies, but I don't think that's what it was. Yeah, my poetry back in high school was a little bit, dark, like most of the poems I wrote were just synonyms for the word black, just obsidian and night and, whatever. And, everything was like shattered and broken. And, that was like my style back then. So my style of poetry has changed quite a lot. Okay, I'm going to read my poem to you. Eggs, spice. You know what? It's a grocery list. But spice does rhyme with rice. So you're welcome, America. Yeah, speaking of food, I am a terrible cook. I am the worst. One time I microwaved a tortilla for 8 minutes. And that microwave was never the same. Yeah, I mean, the tortilla wasn't edible, but the microwave was a different story. But in the end, it was okay because the microwave was my roommate's. So I was fine. I am a proud third generation terrible cook. The entire time growing up, I just thought that grilled cheese were burnt sandwiches and that hot dogs had a crust. I don't know if you know this, but meat doesn't necessarily have a crust. It's not supposed to have a crust.
Unless you like a crispy.
And somehow, every time, crust. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I don't have a whole lot beyond that. So, have any feedback? Let me know.
No, I liked it. I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
I was dying. I got some worse.
Did the tortilla catch fire? I'm just wondering if it's flammable.
It was. It didn't catch fire, but it did. It was like not even a tortilla anymore. It was just like a burnt powder at the bottom.
It was like the aftermath of the Hindenburg.
I didn't hear you. Repeat that.
I'm sorry. It was like the aftermath of the Hindenburg. Like, it just inflated.
Yeah.
Crumbled. But
exactly.
You can have like more things. Like you can describe how jaded your microwave is now. Like it just like it's like a whole. It's like a Hollywood producer now. Like everything goes in. And it's like it's not gonna make it in this world. Like
that's good.
It's not supposed to have a crust. So you're like, despite all odds, in the face of science itself,
Meat is so much better with a crust.
That's good.
Like, are we talking like a burnt crust
Huh?
or like a nice searing crust?
What'd you say, Jen?
Are we talking like a burnt crust or like a nice searing crust? Because like when you were saying hot dogs shouldn't have a crust, I was like, but that's
No.
they're delicious that way. If you cook them long enough and they get all crispy on the outside. I don't know.
It was like a black, like unrecognizable as a sandwich.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I could probably add, it's like a burnt sandwich, or like I just thought that grilled cheese were burnt hockey pucks, like something that's not even a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's good.
How hockey pucks are made? You just cook
because that's pretty much
all his pucks.
It's pretty much true. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else, guys?
I liked it.
The poem part.
That's it.
But like, I like the poem part. I think like maybe you can talk about how like it's really goth, and you thought like go into like how you thought at the time, like or like looking back, you're like you're like all sunshine and rainbows now, but like looking back, you're like death, darkness, or whatever.
Like what my style is now.
Yeah, or just, I don't know.
Comparison.
Talk about your perspective, how you thought of things back then. Because it's like, it'd be really interesting to see like your teenage perspective of things and how that's like developed or like that's not changed at all. Just like, I hate the world, I hate everything. It's like, I hate everything slightly less, but it's there.
Okay. Yep. I used to hate everything and now I loathe everything or something like that.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Facebook, from the Facebooks. Back to Jen. We got lines of pixie sticks, fun dips, rubbing the gumbo, LMAO. So they were in agreement with our fun dip and our pixie sticks.
Great hair candy.
Mm-hmm. Facebook user loved the whole set. I appreciate that. Another Facebook user loved the long segue to the food. Then the microwave was hilarious. Gold all the way. Slow start, but the buildup was point on. So yeah, I think that's good. Slow start. Get a faster start.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Everything's a work in progress.
It is. We're shopping. All right, who is next? Izzy?
No, I like to go last. I like to always do the last one.
Well, okay, Matt.
Okay, I will. I offer myself as tribute.
Okay.
So I'll just give a like horrifying story about my dog. So I was playing with him. He bit my hands, like he Joe Biden's me a lot, and like because he's teething and everything. That's just how they do it. It's just like, I want to rip your gun or your lungs out or something. It's like, okay. So I play with him, and he's a big dog. So like sometimes I feel like a crash test dummy. Like he runs at me full force. I have to expect that nothing's going to happen to me. And so I don't know, to like avoid that. Like I kind of wrestle with him a little bit. Like I wouldn't say it's like really bad. I throw him down WrestleMania style, but it's not. It's okay. He comes up every time. It's stuff you do with your dog. And so I was just chasing him, and he ran into his favorite chair. I chased him. I was rubbing his belly. I don't know if it's a friction of how I rubbed his belly or how I threw him down. I guess he likes to be rough, but he was erect. Like it's. I know what you're thinking. Like you think like you think you know what most things look like until you actually see them. Like this thing was like red on the outside. It was like a red balloon, like inflated from inside. And I can see your reactions right now. I was like 1 foot away from this thing, rubbing his belly, just like, oh, this is. Your mind goes to really dark places sometimes, guys. Like, that feeling how, like, you go to the precipice of a cliff, and your mind goes through all the scenarios, and it just offers you the worst one, like, I'm going to jump off this cliff. I'm going to sell my house to real estate. Yeah, I'm going to suck my dog's dick. That sort of just stuff just comes up. Yeah, I just left. I could not. I just ran out of the room, covering my face like a mental hospital patient. Just like, no. And, guys, it was the saddest thing. I heard him whining later on. Like, he was making all these horrible noises. Like, it just sounded like a sad, like, siren at sea, just like as a sailor, just like leaving, like, his death. Leaving and not dying at their feet or something so they can be fed. But like, I just remember thinking, like, I calmed myself down. I was like thinking, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Your balls are going to go away soon, so they're not going to hurt anymore. It's okay. So yeah, that's the story.
All right. Gave blue balls to your dog.
I have a story with like I blue balls my dog, but then people are like, I don't want to listen to this.
Yep, it's a fine line. It's a fine line. I got a Facebook user who called it a red rocket. I've heard it called a lipstick. So, different names, I guess.
Different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm. Facebook user, the sad dog, about his bad owner not blowing him. It's so sad.
Am I really a bad owner though? Like,
I really just loved the whole like a siren catching the sailor. Like I just loved how it just did not. It was like just this random, but like fully formed metaphor, like simile. I thought that was like pretty darn good.
yeah, that honestly, I didn't have the siren part written down. That just came to me. It's just like
good.
So keep siren part. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, anything else? Any other reactions?
That's it.
Was it bad?
I think it's definitely a fine line, and I don't know.
That at like an open mic or anything.
It's I'm gonna be. It's a little awkward.
It
like,
is
uncomfortable. And I think if you did it the right way, you could make it uncomfortably funny, which
Right.
I feel like you might have the skills to do that. So
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think it's actually a good story.
I'm really sorry I put you guys through that. I need to work out this story.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what this is for. I mean, this is a good forum to give you that space to work stuff out. Because, like I say, and that's what comments about open mics. That's the same thing. Open mics is not you. If you are killing at a workshop or an open mic every last time, then you're not growing because you're doing the same stuff that you've been doing forever, and you're just, you know what I'm saying, and you're just doing different places. So it's going to be different. But like I say, that could be one of your most famous bits once it's refined and you really work on it. So.
Yeah. Because right now it's just me blowing a dog. That's all you got.
Yeah.
And don't know what to do with that, especially animal people that are very like, animal rights activists and things like that. It's kind of, people don't know where to go with that story. So you have to add a little bit more to it for it to make,
I mean, getting blowback, from whoever, you just got to go for it sometimes, and, it's just like it's a joke, and, if it's funny and everyone knows that it's a joke, like, sometimes there's
Your joke reminded me of like my joke about dead hookers. It needs a little work, but it's one of those things.
Yeah, it's just I wish it didn't happen to me.
It's always funnier when it happens to somebody else.
Alisha Freeze? Or Alisha? Oh no.
Oops. Oh, she's out.
Okay, are you ready, Jim Bob?
Yeah, man.
Wait, you're taking over as leader now?
I don't even know how to lead.
I feel like this is a situation where like the leader was eaten by a shark and now you're leading the boat.
Oh god. I feel like this is like the next Sharknado movie. It's not gonna be very good. Should we wait till she comes back? Is he going too? Are you frozen? Is he? Or are you
Yeah. So okay, look like she's back. Okay.
Yay!
The internet just died on me, so I'm back. Sounds like you guys had a good conversation. Looks like Facebook user, like the dog's been teasing you, showing you his ass for days now. So it's from Facebook. He's like, hey, like your dog.
Oh my gosh.
that guy that almost blew his dog now?
Yeah, it's funny. All right, guys, where are we at? We thinking moving on to the next comedian?
Yeah, Jim Bob. I mean, yeah,
man.
Jim Bob.
I got my handy dandy notes all ready to go.
All right, Jen's.
Jen's looking like Matthew.
There we go.
Yeah. So you'll have to forgive my reliance on my notes. I've got goldfish cracker memory. Like goldfish have 3-second memory, and mine isn't quite that good. So notes. I used to be a loser back home in Windsor, Ontario, and was compared to the band geek from American Pie. You know, I never really got the comparison because I don't play any instruments very well except the skin flute and was never in the band. I think the only thing that really makes that thing, like that one really, I think the only thing that makes that funny is that I'm still a loser. I'm just in another province now. See here. It's been an adventure since I came out here to Calgary, originally from Ontario. And one of my first jobs was at a 7-Eleven that around the corner from a liquor store that closed at 2 a.m. So I got to see all sorts of things working nights. And there's one night, and as I'm trying to clean, this guy comes in and just starts trying to pick me up. And I'm like, and I didn't know the red 7-Eleven shirt was flashy, but let's see where this goes, right? And I just have to say, Western pickup lines are something that take a little getting used to. Like, the exchange went a little like this after he came up to the till. I like rap. Like, okay, cool. A lot of people do. You know, I can cook. Like, oh, that's a good life skill to have because the way you pick up women, you're going to be needing that one. You know, you look like Shrek. I just kind of looked at him and I was like, excuse you, sir? I think you need to leave because Shrek needs to mop her swamp, and that just did not work. Don't use that on anybody else. Like, I don't think I misunderstood him there, but I've got bad hearing, so that's led to some good times as well. Like, back in the day, I went through my bar phase. I used to always request that Queen song Fat Bottom Girls for me and all my Twig friends. You know, except it wasn't until like 10 years later when I went to download one of my favorite Queen songs and discovered that it is actually not the anthem for the booty list that I thought it was all these years. The best part about a virtual workshop is that no one can tell I'm still a member of the Flat Bottom crew, no matter how much I sit on my ass. So I'm gonna end this set with some advice on how to ensure no one ever wants to shop with you in a Walmart. You know, it's decent advice. Like, I'm a self-proclaimed person of Walmart. I don't give a fuck. I will walk in there in my pajama bottoms. Yeah, whatever. even after I've taken a train there, I'm not getting dressed up to go on the train or whatever. I need something from Walmart. I don't have the dress to, succeed there. And so this advice has only gotten more entertaining due to the COVID pandemic that's happening. So for the ultimate effects, you want to do this when you and the other person are not really seeing eye to eye and you're not really talking to each other. And then you want to make sure that you've got about 10 feet of a head start in front of them. Like each of you take your own baskets. You go ahead, and then, you each are going to be picking stuff up along the way. But you want to wait until you have a big enough audience. Like, I'm talking, it's not going to be that big because people, social distancing and whatnot, right? But as long as you got like a couple employees, a couple of customers, some people that need their day made, you stop once the other person you're with has come within your 6 feet, and then you turn around and you say, "Excuse me, I don't know you, and I'd appreciate if you'd stop following me and respect my 6 feet of space." 6 feet! 6 feet! Odds are they'll never want to go with you again until they forget how embarrassing you are. And yeah, that's how I got that one. That one's a work in progress. So. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That's
okay.
All.
Yeah, good
Right.
set. I like the six.
What do we think, guys?
The one about the guy hitting
My
on
internet's
you and
unstable is what I think. So we're
Can y'all hear me?
trying our best over here.
I can hear you, Izzy.
Okay.
I can hear you.
The one about the guys hitting on you, I think it's gold.
I don't know. The other guys are
because
spinning.
The
Are they spinning on your end too?
Oh, can you not hear them?
No,
okay.
I can't.
Okay, because Izzy's giving his feedback.
Can y'all hear me?
I can, but Alisha can't hear you. I think her.
Okay, Matthew, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so something's going on with Alicia's, but we'll just keep going until she comes back. But yeah, the one that you said about the guys not knowing how to hit on women is like, because and really it would be cool in light of Me Too, is like guys don't know whether to either to chase you down and stalk you or to just randomly hit you up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so confusing now of what to say, so I think that would be gold. And yeah.
Yeah, I use that one regularly in my stand-up, and I every time I try it out again, I'm like, that's definitely, I'm the Shrek girl. It doesn't help when I do my makeup weird, and then I end up with a green tinge. It kind of just leads people to believe I'm Shrek, but I'm wearing like a pale cover.
Right. But yeah, but no, good set though.
Yeah, I really like it. I don't even have any like tags or anything. I was like, great.
Yeah, I'm still working on a new bit. I got a show coming up, so it's like, let me try things. And
exactly, and that's what this is for. You want to try different stuff, to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, leader of the boat. Whenever you want to go.
Okay, huh?
Since you're the leader of the boat, because our leader was eaten by sharks, like. You guys were eaten by sharks like a couple 20 minutes ago.
Seventh Sharknado movie right here.
All right, so I'm gonna do my show. Okay, look. Okay, I'm gonna do it like ta-da. Okay, cool. Okay, ready?
No.
Oh, she's back.
You back?
Just in time.
Guys, my internet is not doing it, but I'm gonna, hopefully that'll work this time.
That's all right. That's all right.
All
That's all right. Look, you hadn't missed anything. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my set, and then I got some new stuff I'm working on. Got my little papers and stuff out. Pulling a Joan Rivers here, where she used to. Well, I don't know if y'all know this, but she used to have all her stuff written out. I don't know if you ever look at some of her shows. Anyway, okay, so. All right, so you're already clapping. This is for Izzy. What's up? I'm telling you, I feel kind of nervous, like Oprah in a SlimFast competition. Just don't know what to do here, but we're gonna make this work here. I tell you, Seattle's different. I've been in Seattle for about almost a year, And Seattle's different. You know, they have the food out here. It don't have no taste or nothing. And it's like they've never heard of seasoning out here. I see why folks are so depressed. Like, can we just add some, Datarans or something to this? I mean, everybody's gluten free. Even the drug dealers, they gluten free. They got allergies and stuff. They eat gluten free stuff. I'm like, what kind of stuff? How you trying to have a drive by, but you worried about a bagel having gluten in it? I'm like, look now, you can't be. You gotta be dedicated to what you're doing. You know, you should have a messed up diet if you a drug dealer. You know, you should. You know, speaking of drug dealers, Seattle, they even the drug dealers, they're economy conscious. You know, they're the economic, they're conscious of the environment. You see, they're driving in Toyota Priuses doing drive-by. I'm like, at least they saving gas money. I'm like, you know what? Okay, you know what? You're doing well by the environment. You can keep on doing your thing. But I had one guy. I was in Texas and got robbed, and I got robbed in Seattle. And the guys in Texas was so interesting. Like they was like, "Man, give me your money right now." Okay, I was like, okay. But the guy in Seattle, he was so considerate. He was like, you know what? Okay, you can either have your wallet or your keys. Which one you want? I was like, you know what? Since you were so thoughtful, you can have my keys. You're so thoughtful and considerate. I was like, okay, it's very nice. But and then the thugs and the gay thugs are interesting in Seattle. It's like they don't do drive-bys. They do hiss-bys. They do, randomly drive. It's interesting. It's interesting. I have family in Flint, in Flint, Michigan, and in Flint they don't even throw rocks. I'm sorry, they don't even throw bullets. They throw rocks and try to knock people's houses down. I'm like, well, come on, bro, you got some money for a bullet. Come on now, you gotta do better than this. But getting older is interesting. Getting older is interesting. I tell folks it's not for the faint-hearted. I see all these folks trying these new positions and using getting stuff warmed up, and I'm just not that type of person no more. It takes me a while to get warmed up, and if I see a good episode of Law and Order, that kind of cuts out my whole night right there. I'm like, look, I want to do something, but Law and Order's on, but I'll wait till Law and Order's over. I'll do it after the fact, and then even water sports, people be trying to be adventurous and do water sports where they go where it's basically like you pee on each other, and that's water sports. But being when you get over 40, the only water sport you have is when you accidentally piss in the bed and you try to pass it off as your partners. You be like, you know what? I think you did. You are so nasty. I don't even want to be in this bed with you. You know that's your pee, but you act like it's theirs. I'm telling you for real. And then getting older, sex positions, they start off. You got to do them real fast and real quick because you get them Achilles hitting, you get those Charlie's horse. Ain't nothing like trying to get it in, and you wait a minute, you think you're coming, but you just got a Charlie's horse and you can't get it out. Out for the night. It's different. It's different getting older. These having sex is interesting. I used to at 20 something. It was if the wind blew, I was ready. Now as the wind blows, I'm attempting to think about to possibly to want to get ready, and then I'm there. And then it's interesting. See with COVID and all that stuff like that. Everybody's getting together. Everybody's getting met together. I see a lot of these single women on Facebook talking about, I'm not settling. I'm waiting on my king. I'm like, look, your mama settled. That's how you got born. Your mama settled. That little ego that was around the corner, that's your daddy. I don't know why you talking about your standard was so high when your mama settled for that little what slagger-tooth dude that was down the street. That's how you need to lower them standards. You need to go like Walmart, roll back them prices, come down to earth, and get that dude over there the guy that you blocked on Facebook because you said he was stalking you. See, stalkers make good kids. They stalkers pay child support. There you go. See, a stalker pays child support. See, that's what you need to do. You know, and then especially, it's interesting to with sex, people having sex, so much sex these days because everybody's at home and you with your significant other, this and this. I wish sex was on Amazon. I order everything else. I wish you could order sex on Amazon. I wish you could look at the reviews and say, you know what? I'm not going to do that one. This one says she's subject to tab your car, use your credit cards, and she got the WAP, but it's the wrong WAP. You know what? I'm gonna go to another review. Let me get somebody else because these new WAP. Y'all, some of y'all women taking that WAP totally extreme. Look, some of y'all don't have good WAP. Y'all need to cook and clean and make up for that WAP not being there. So I don't cook, I don't clean. Well, you're not gonna have no man. You need to fix that. Yeah. Because some of y'all's WAP is a discharge. Some of y'all's WAP is sweat from them rolls on that belly. That's your WAP. No, that's not WAP. Sweat is not WAP. We need to fix that. But y'all, I just wanted to give y'all this last one. That's it. I'm done. Last one. My dad worked at a warehouse, right? Dad worked at a warehouse. He was always, it was like the whole highlight of his whole life. Like nothing existed if you didn't work at the warehouse. Like he would come home and he would ask you, I said, Dad, Obama just got president, first black man, all this stuff, this and that, right? He said, well, did he work at the warehouse? Well, look like he ain't doing that much. He didn't yes, we can do that. Can he lift 6 boxes? I'm like, what? He's the president. What you mean? So just because he didn't work at the warehouse, because he's insignificant. And then he tries to like make passes to women at the warehouse. He'd be like, girl, I give you that same day delivery. What you know about that? I'm like, what? Same day delivery? Girl, I can fill up your boxes. What the hell? I don't know. Anyway, all right, y'all. That's my time.
I like that last one so much because I work for Amazon and it happens though. I've had people say stuff like that.
All right.
Is this meant to the host had to mute me because I was being so loud laughing?
It's the feedback. Do you have headphones or are you using?
Oh no, it might be my computer because it sucks.
Okay. Well, if you have headphones, I think that improves it. So next time. But it wasn't your laughter. You got a great laugh. So great stuff, Izzy. You had a lot of good stuff in there. The Facebook user, you peed the bed, but blame it on them. LMAO. So good. Yep, I like that water sports too. That was pretty good stuff. Mm-hmm. I like the, people's WAP ain't that good. You better be cooking and cleaning to make up for that. I like that part. And then I like the polite Seattle mugging in comparison. I like that. I don't know if you could do even make it I like the drive-by, the Prius. I feel like it was a little fast. I was like, you're doing just the way you're it's a drive-by in a Prius, and it was like I was after the fact that I caught what you said, and it was like that's really funny. But I feel like it was it took me a second to comprehend because you kind of slid over it a little quickly.
Okay.
So I think you can get a bigger laugh from that.
I mean,
Slow
it was
down.
fast, just like the drive-by.
No.
I got something
Yeah.
about the
Priuses
drive-by.
move really fast.
Flint's so broke they use rocks because all the bullets have been put on layaway. And just so you know, Amazon does sell sex. There's pocket pussies and asses for every persuasion. And the best part is they don't talk back or nag. So it's the best kind of
Really?
sex.
That's
Yeah, man. I work for... I mean, and then the last one I got is some girls WAP stands for wet ass pockets.
There you go. Yep, a portable WAP.
no
There
one
you
will
go.
wow.
I feel like you can get sex on Amazon, but I also feel like you could do like, oh, this girl's Yelp review says this.
Right.
Their Yelp review says that. I think you can maybe incorporate that as like a review
Right.
of the person. So
The WAP reviews.
The wow
Yeah.
review.
That's a new scale, right? On a scale of 1 to Niagara Falls, what kind of a WAP you got?
Right. I know that's right. The wow.
yeah, I think there's some really good stuff. What about
Thank
you, Matt? What are you thinking?
That was great. The only thing I have is like, Flint. Yeah, like a pause. But I don't know if it was purposeful or not. Oh, I don't know if it was purposeful or not. But like you said, Flint, Michigan. I feel like you could have said like, because it's been like in the news, you could be like, yeah, that Matt Flint.
Oh, right. To kind of give people time to mentally, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, that Flint. You're like, yeah, that Flint.
Right.
Yeah, I think just slowing it down a little bit. I think you're going to get a lot more laughs because you got a lot of good stuff in there, but you just kind of some stuff gets missed. But yeah, it's good writing.
Well, thank you.
Facebook user Yelp review. I'm thinking spicy tonight.
That spicy and like
So
okay.
So the review, like if you want a specific type.
Oh yeah, specific type. Okay, gotcha.
How would that even work though? Like, are you ordering curry? Like what? Like, I can't.
Well, what kind of sex do you want? I guess. Do you want, water sports?
Right.
I'm thinking spicy tonight. So
something that's spicy like a Taco Bell kind of night.
Yeah.
Cheap and fast. It's just I'm satisfied.
He'll be on the pan for a while afterwards.
Oh yeah, like are you thinking about the Taco Bell type of sex? Are you thinking about the, you can kind of compare it that way?
Do you want to burn a little bit afterwards?
What are you looking for? I guess like fast food or something
if
else.
I open this box, will destroy culture. That's right. I don't know.
Will you repeat that? I didn't hear it. I don't know about other people, but will you repeat what you said?
It's a dumb joke. It's just like for the Taco Bell one, is it like when you open the box, does it destroy a culture, or it's like, yeah. I don't even believe in that one, so it's okay.
Okay. All right, Izzy, some really good stuff there. Anything else to add?
No, that's it. Thank you.
That's
the
it?
slow down part, that I do try to, so I will definitely work on it, because sometimes when you remember so much stuff or you're trying to go through so much material, you can go too fast because you're trying to go through, and I So I try to slow down as much as I can, but sometimes the memory thing, like I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything.
Right.
So I end up going through so much so fast. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, you got a lot of jokes there. So if you have like, I don't know how long that was, but if you slow it down, instead of having like just 2 sets, you might have a full, like a whole third type 5 just by slowing it down. So you'd have like a whole other act.
Right.
So I mean, you're almost giving yourself more jokes by just extending it out a little bit, more time at least. So
Right.
yeah, I think that I would say you could do like for the you can have the polite mugging and then kind of up the ante with the drive-by in a Prius.
Right.
So I think just switching that around would make it hit a little bit harder. So
You said like do the drive-by
yeah,
Prius
great
and then do
stuff.
the
Great
polite
stuff.
mugging? Mm-hmm.
Do the polite mugging first and then do the drive-by Prius, because
Okay.
then you're kind of like leading up to that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
Well, great guys. We kind of are almost done. Is there anything you guys want to promote? Doing a live show? Maybe a locals wants to come and see your live show. Doing online. What are you guys up to?
I don't have anything upcoming. Definitely support me. I'm on Century Changer on Instagram. Century Changer on Instagram. Definitely you can follow me on there and yeah, let you know about other shows coming up.
All right. Very cool. Matt, you got anything coming up? Or follow you on Instagram or?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Matt Sway Comedy. That's MATTSWAY Comedy. Yeah, I got nothing because I'm only 6 months in, so I'm an open micer.
Yeah,
doing pretty good. Yeah,
that's a good thing to be. When you're new, just keep on writing. Because you'll have your good bits that will work no matter where you go. And yeah, so just keep writing and stuff.
Yeah, get some stuff out there. Jen, you got anything you want us to follow you on social media?
Yeah, give me a follow on Instagram or Twitter at JenBobX. And I have a show in October. I just forget the exact date of it. So if you follow me on Instagram, then I'll be posting up about that. So.
All right, we're gonna put all the information where you can follow these guys in the comments soon after we get done here. So everyone follow them. I'm Alisha Rayne. Follow me at Alisha Rayne on Instagram, at Alisha Rayne 2 on Twitter. I was locked out of my first Twitter account, so at Alisha Rayne 2. And then not this week, but then the next Saturday after that, I will be the Saturday host of the workshop. So you guys can see me on Saturdays. If you're still quarantining, if you're bored, we'll be here. We'll be doing this. And yeah, thanks, you guys. Tune in tomorrow for another episode. These pretty much happen every night. So thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to our Facebook friends.
Bye.
Bye. All right.